beauty is entirely subjective, just like art. What's beautiful to one person is ugly to the next. And therefore, it's not really even relevant. Because what you define as beauty could just be ridiculous to someone else. Real power isn't on the outside. Real power is within what you do with your soul, with your life. That's real beauty. How you use your life, how you make the world better. That's what I think is beautiful. Beauty just fades. It all goes away. But your legacy can live on forever. Just a person. It's not that I'm anything special. I don't have anything that anybody else doesn't have. Just someone who's found something in life that really makes me feel alive. I'm just a human vessel for the canvas that I've chosen to put my life into, and that's glass. That's how I use my voice. Previously in my career, it's just been about surviving. Blowing glass has been about paying the bills and about improving my craft and technique and trying to make awesome work, but there wasn't really any sort of substance behind it. It wasn't until after I had a child that I looked at the world in a different way. This body of work is very significant to me. It's something that I've spent the last year working on physically and in my mind, really trying to piece together this important message. And the show is called Seasons of Change. And it's really talking about not just my own personal journey through change in becoming a mother and all the changes that I've gone through in the last couple years, but it's really about the change in society and our connection with nature. I'll just say that directly, like that we have forgotten that we are nature, that what happens to nature is happening to humanity, and that affects us all, and that life, that connection, we're all feeling. And we need to tap back in to what that means to be connected. As a mother, all I want is for my son to, have the beauty of nature to be provided for, and the idea that that could be risk, that's something that he might not have access to, is terrifying. I feel like I have this calling to help make the world a little bit better in the only way that I know how, and that's making my art. And I have to really get over my insecurities and self-doubt and the feeling that I've had my entire life of not feeling good enough, because there's been times that I've let those thoughts prevail and it's left me stuck and stagnant, and I realized that I do no service to humanity if I just keep quiet and let those fears take control. I've been doing this step over and over in my head for like days, probably weeks. The exact moment that I place the head onto the base, because it's two, chunks that I've been working on for weeks. This is like the pinnacle moment where it's like, okay, I gotta make sure I do this right, because I could potentially mess up either one of those big sections, and that would be bad. So I spend a couple of days leading up to this step, making sure that I have planned out every single second of what I'm gonna do in that step. And this morning I was even sitting there with both pieces while they were cold, practicing that step, to make sure that I have it, that muscle memory is there, because I have seconds to really pull this off properly. So weird.
What? Seeing yourself?
It's just weird, yeah. Oh, look, let's see, my serious face.
Yep.
I'm going to have the head piece in this hand, and so I'm going to be heating up the neck of the head in the torch, while at the same time my trunk is going to be here, and I'm going to be heating up the neck of the trunk with the mini torch. So I'm going to get both of those as hot as possible, and then I'm going to come over here and set this down on there, and that's it. I have to save myself, do the least amount of steps as possible, set myself up as much as possible for this step so that nothing goes wrong. I use women in my work and give them power in my work and depict them in ways that are very powerful, and it's just me saying that women have something that is needed in order to bring about the solution. I feel like a lot of the pain and suffering and destruction has come from that imbalance in nature and in society, and I feel like it's time for women to rise up and take their place beside the man. I don't think that women need to overpower the man. I don't think that women need to dominate the man. I think that women need to have a place right next to it. And my goal as an artist and as a woman is to really contribute to bringing back that harmony, that balance, because I think that when we find that balance of the masculine and the feminine in human nature, I think that is what's going to bring humanity peace. At this point in time right now, I feel like I have an obligation as an artist to represent what's currently going on in my world. What issues affect me directly, and I think that it's important for me to speak through my art, because art has a way of touching people, of making people feel things on a level that maybe they wouldn't have otherwise. heavy. Glad that's over. Did you see me? I almost fucked it all up, dude. I almost like was a second away from just ripping that head back off and starting over. Like, she came undone. I had the head welded on. It was nice, and I was trying to weld the bridge on. And then that's like took forever, and then the net cracked and it cracked off. So if I hadn't have been holding on, the whole thing just would have fallen off. So then as I'm trying to like weld the neck in, because it cracked off, it separated. So there's a big hole that's just getting bigger in the side of her neck. And I'm like, fuck, this is not going well. And then luckily I was able to like keep it calm, keep it steady, take my time, weld the neck in, weld the brace in good. She's on there. Holy shit. It's so much better with an assistant. You know, the last 15 years has been basically a process of me just trying to challenge myself with every piece I make. I didn't necessarily want to make pipes when I first started off. I wanted to make art. I had wanted to be an artist, but I just assumed make pipes for now to maybe help pay some bills, and then I can make art later. You know, and then the time eventually came over a decade of hard work. I just kept working and kept getting better, and every piece kept getting better than the next, to where, you know, one day it was really that thing where, oh my gosh, like, I'm not making pipes anymore. Like, I'm making art. I'm putting messages into this. So essentially the pipes became my art, and they became what I wanted to talk about. And I make pipe art because I want to be connected to that subculture, that exciting artistic renaissance that really connects me to this community of art makers. It's my greatest hope as an artist that people can look at my work and receive the messages of hope that I'm trying to send. There is room for everybody to contribute to the solution in whatever way they know how. And for me and my personal experience and my personal journey, making glass art is my way to contribute to the solution. And so it's my greatest desire that people can look at my work and receive that message and make a change within themselves and start to do something about it.
I want my son to have courage and to not be afraid to do things that are hard for him. I didn't just chop off my hair just for fun or just for effect. I did it because I realized it was a weight on my spirit. I did it because I'm ready to embody the change that I'm asking other people to. I'm doing this project because I want to ask people to open their eyes, be willing to change. I want my son to be proud of his mama and to think that she is brave and strong and beautiful, no matter what her hair looks like. I want people to see what I've done and have courage, give themselves permission to do something they're afraid of. And that's when the really good shit happens.